Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So we're going to be doing my weekly shop my stash, so let's get into it. Don't know how well you can see. Right, I'm hoping you can see quite well. Okay, so just going to start here. It's a little bit of a mess at the moment, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm putting back. So I feel like putting this back in. I know I've made some great progress on it. It is part of an unofficial project pan, but I want to bring something else in. So let's pop that one back. So the Dior highlighter can go back as well. Absolutely stunning highlighter. You can tell I love this. There's a huge dip here. Just let's show you what it looks like. So that's it there. Look how reflective it is. So this one is Dior Skin Nude in 002. Right, so this one I've decided to keep for now. It's the Model's Own Hyper Glow. It is quite dark, but on the skin once it's buffed in it looks really nice. So that can go in the collection. The Primark PS Blush and Beam I still really like. I love this one, and then I go over the top with this. It looks really, really pretty. So yeah, that can go back. This one is staying in purely because there's not enough. Purely because there's not a lot of product left, and I want to use it up. I'll show you. I want to use it up, and then I think I've only got the Becca setting powder, under eye setting powder. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to bring any more setting powders in, just purely because I don't feel like they do anything. I don't feel like my under eye is better with them. I don't feel like my under eye is better with them, so why spend a fortune on under eye setting powder? I believe that Becca, the cooling one, is supposed to be really, really good for dry under eyes. If you've tried it and you feel like it's a good setting powder, I know it's expensive, but can you let me know? I mean, I'd love to find one that actually worked. This one works quite well for under eyes, but I do use it all over. So it's the number 7. Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. So just looks like that. That can go back. I'm putting this one back as well. It's the Wet n Wild Photo I can't speak. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder. So I've hit more pan. Eventually this will go in a project pan. So it's the, what shade is it? Sorry, it's the neutral beige one. That can go back. This one can also go back, and I was so excited when I used this week. I hit pan on it, guys. Look at that. Can you see? I didn't think I'd used it enough to hit pan on. This smells absolutely gorgeous. It smells of chocolate. So yeah, I really, really like it. It does remind me of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Glow or whatever it's called. It reminds me of that, so I want to try and do a comparison on both with swatches and whatnot, but for now it can definitely go back, and I will be pulling it out again soon. That's Project Pan. This blusher I've only used once, but I did enjoy it. I just put it on with a stippling brush. This one is in the shade Jellyfish. It's really, really bright, but I did enjoy using it. Just something different. And then that's everything there. All this is project pan, so I won't go through that with you. Then I've just got like my everyday products, like my brow gel that I'm using at the moment, my lip oil from Technique, and then there's like a lip balm here from Palmer's. So yeah, it's just everyday things, and obviously my NYX white base is in there. And guys, oh no, I was going to say that's it, it's not it. So foundations, I'm going to put this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is just a normal one, it's not the dewy one. So I've been using this with the Essence foundation that was too dark for me, and I've actually finished that one now, so this one can go back in the collection. So that's part of Project Pan as well. I use this every single day. It's the Essence Camouflage full coverage concealer. We're also going to be putting the PS Prep and Perfect Glow Illuminating Primer back. I finally got around to using it because I finished the Essence primer. Also going to be putting the Sleek Berkist Illuminator in the shade Monaco back. And then that's it. There's only 2 things left in here, what always stay in. So we've got the Miss It Perfect Cover BB Cream in the shade 13, and that's in here because it doesn't fit with my foundations. And then obviously the concealer, because I use it every single day. So guys, that concludes everything. So this is what my drawer is looking like. I'll show you an overview now, just so you can see what it looks like now, and then I'll do another one at the end. I'll just talk to you about this. This Revolution Pearl Lights, it always stays in the collection just because it's too bulky to go with my highlights and I've nowhere to put it. So it always stays in this everyday makeup drawer. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Right, so excuse the camera shake if there is camera shake, but this is the only way I can do it. It won't really let me go any further down into the drawer, the tripod. So basically Project Pan, this one stays in here just purely because it needs to get used up soon. And then obviously we've got my setting powders, we've got the bronzer which is in Project Pan, that powder's in Project Pan, that stays in here all the time. And then we've got my everyday products that I need to use, so they're in here all the time, it doesn't change this. We've got some single eyeshadows here that I need to test out and see if I still want to keep them. And then we've got some more brow products here, and then it's just bits and bats here, and then the hairbrush at the back. So literally this is what's in my everyday makeup drawer at the moment. It will get fuller later on, obviously, when we've chosen some Shop My Stash products for this upcoming week. But for now I'm going to take you over to my acrylics and show you what we used last week and tell you a little bit about them, and then we can shop my stash for the upcoming week. Right, so let's start off in the first acrylic drawer. So obviously we've got my Too Faced chocolate bar. This is in Project Pan, so I don't want to show you what the progress is, even though there's not a lot of progress. Then we've got the Natasha Denona Mini Star palette, absolutely stunning. I did 3 days free looks with this and it's absolutely gorgeous. I like all of the shades, but I would definitely say that this shade here is the weakest one out of the lot. That shimmer and that shimmer are stunning, and the mattes are absolutely beautiful as well. It definitely makes me want to buy more of these Natasha Denona mini palettes. I'm not convinced now on the midi palettes, do you know, like the glam palettes and the bronze palette. Yeah, so in these palettes here, they come more hard pressed into the pan than they do in the midi palettes. So I feel like I want to get a few more of these rather than spending £60 on an eyeshadow palette that could potentially come broken. If it can happen once, it can happen again. Then we've got this Ciarte, the editor palette in Mykonos. I've only just stopped using this. I've just done a look with it today. Right, so it definitely is at the moment giving me Blah vibes, apart from this shade and this shade. I did a really pretty look with that today. That will be coming up soon. I do really like this like rosy gold tone as well. I do feel like it's got 2 minute inner corner highlights, so basically you're talking that one, that one, that one, that one. So there's 4 inner corner highlighters and then there's 3 deep browns. I don't feel like you need that many deep browns, but that's just my personal opinion. Not everyone's going to feel the same way. If you're a neutral lover, you're probably going to love this palette, but I feel like at the moment I've just been using too many neutral eyeshadow palettes, and that's probably why I don't like it as much as I would normally. I'm going to keep it for now, but maybe if I've not been using it in the spring and summer, maybe I'll just do another declutter and pass it over to my mum. So let's put that away. Right, there's nothing left there. Okay, so I've been using this Becca, Chloe and Malika face palette. Used it once or twice, not a lot, but I did really enjoy it. The bronzer is perfect for me. I did a day where I mixed both of these together, but I do actually prefer this blush. The highlighter is absolutely stunning. That one can go back for now. And then we've got this one. So this one is the BH Cosmetics Duo Light Highlighter palette, and what I wanted to do with this, I wanted to actually do an eyeshadow look with it. So it just looks like that. It really is a beautiful palette. I've not done that yet. I'm going to be doing 12 Days of Christmas soon, so I feel like maybe doing it with these shades here and just, you know, doing a really nice look for over Christmas. And yeah, I feel like I just want to keep that one in. So I'll probably keep that in for at least a week. And then we've got this one. So this one is the Ofra highlighter palette. So it's basically all the cult favourites. So we've got Star Island, Rodeo Drive, Barley, Pillow Talk and Blissful. It is really, really nice. The highlighters aren't as soft as I would like them to be. They're certainly not as soft as the full size ones. But I have heard that with some brands like Benefit do it as well, that the product isn't as good as the full size, which I don't know why that is, but yeah, I do really, really like it. And if you spray your face, you can get it as pigmented as the ones that are full size, but nothing that beats my Moon Dance by Ofra and what's her name? Can't remember her name now. Why? That's my favourite highlighter as well. I'm sure when I get down to the highlighters I will tell you. I'll probably remember it in a minute. And then this drawer here is Project Pan. So what I'm going to do now is put all these back and then we'll go through the drawers. I'm going to try and do it a bit better than last week because somebody said that they couldn't actually see inside the drawer. It's the tripod. Because the drawers are quite deep and it's quite a high dresser, I can't always, you know, get you into the drawers as much as I would like unless I was taking the actual camera off and holding it, and that just makes it awkward. I can't hold it and pick the products and then show you the products with one hand. It's just too heavy. The camera is an SLR I've got and it's just really, really difficult to do, but I'm going to try my best for you and hopefully it will work out. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Right, so this is about the best I can do, guys. I'm really sorry if you can't see everything. I'll give you an overview at the end on all the drawers just by taking the camera off the tripod. But yeah, this really is the best I can do at this point. So we're going to go in with primers. I've been wanting to use this one for a couple of weeks. It's the W7 Glow Primer. This smells so good. It smells of watermelon, absolutely stunning. So yeah, we'll use that. Foundations. I've used Born to Glow recently. I've used the Flower Beauty. I feel then that I'll have to bring one of these dewy ones in. I think that's the new one. I think that one's the new one. I'm not too sure which is new and which isn't. I don't know, we'll use this one. So that's the foundation. Powders. So it's telling me that this one's up next. So this one is the transparent one. I've recently used the rosy one. So we'll use that. Now for setting powders, it's telling me the Rimmel Match Perfection is up next, which I'm really happy about because I've not used it in a while. Then for glowy products, we're just going here. And I've got a whole basket of different glowy products in here. So what have I not used recently? I think we're on this one. So it's the Technique Strobe FX Cream Catching Rays. I think that's what it's called. And that goes there. I'm not going to pull any concealers in. There's a little pot with concealers in. I don't have many. I'll show you what they are. Right, so my mum gave me that a while back. It's the Essence Cover Stick. That's just to conceal spots. Then I've got this Primark one from the PS Beauty range, and it's just the liquid concealer, medium coverage. So there's that. Then I've got two e.l.f. ones. So we've got the 16-hour Camo Concealer. Now this is the matte one. I wanted the hydrating one and I picked this one up by mistake. This one is in the shade Fair Rose, which is actually my shade, and then this one's darker. This one is actually in the shade Fair Beige, so that's the one that I really like, the hydrating one, but I want the shade Fair Rose in the hydrating version, but I picked up the matte version by mistake, and I've been into Superdrug and they don't seem to have this shade, the really light one, in the hydrating version of the concealer. And I've also got the Revolution Conceal and Define, so that's that. Right, so bronzer, I want to be using this. So we've got the Bronze and Glow. Now, my mum got me this for my birthday with something else, and I just felt really terrible on her. You know, look how tiny it is. It's like, I'll just pay for that, Mum, and we'll get something else from some of the money that you've sent me, because she was saying just how small it is, which it is. She said, I don't mind paying for it if you're going to wear it, if you like it. So yeah, we're going to be trying Natasha Denona out this week. Will that be it for bronzer? I might have to pull in a second bronzer just in case I don't like it. And I don't really want to say that because it is expensive. Let's pull in this Natural Collection one. This one was up next. It's in the shade Sunshine. It's really, really pretty. So we'll pull that as well. Okay, so I feel like pulling this Revolution Radiance palette, and what I do is I use this one and buff it into the skin as a finishing powder. It looks really, really pretty on the skin. I think that's it from there. I don't think I want to pull anything else. So now let's go down to the second drawer. Right, so blushes. I don't know whether to use a face palette or actually pull singles out. I'm going to use this face palette. So it's the Smashbox Crush and Blush face palette, so we'll use that. It doesn't have highlighter in it though, so I'm going to have to pull some highlighters. So the next highlighter that's up is one of my favourites actually. It's the Doll Light by Doll Beauty, Like a Diamond. Absolutely stunning. It's fairly new to the collection, I've not used it that much. Oh, I've just figured out the name of that Ofra highlighter. It's the Ofra and Madison Miller in Moondance. What else do we have here? I like to pull one from this section and one from this section here. So I don't know what this one is. Mermaid Glow. Yeah, I guess we can pull that and see if I still want to keep it. Could always pass that on to my niece. I think this is the only frosted white one I've got in the collection. So I'm going to pull that, but I'm going to pull another one just in case I don't like that one. And I feel, oh, this is really broken. Shoot! I'm going to have to repress it. I don't know why I stuck it in there. I'll repress that. It came to me broken, and yeah, it's just got worse. Probably because I've stuffed as many highlighters in that box as I possibly can. So we're going to be using that one as well. And I feel like that's going to do it. I'm really mad now at that Maybelline one. I didn't pay that much for it, so... Right, let's just leave them like that. Right guys, so this is an overview of my foundations, primers, powders, some glowy products here, that's where I keep them all, concealers, bronzers, There's some face palettes here as well, and back there's some face palettes. It is a bit overcrowded, but you know, I do genuinely like everything in here. I might be getting rid of this, might give this one to my niece. I just need to do my face palette inventory and get a video up on that, and then we can decide what I want to keep and what I don't. There's a powder in there that I don't really much care for, and then there's a foundation in here that needs to be decluttered. So there's a few things that can actually go from this drawer. I did want to show you the overview just because I want you to see what's inside. I didn't realise you couldn't actually see that much, but yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you the second drawer, and this is my second drawer. So we've got small blushes up there, and then bigger blushes up there, and then in here, sorry, we've got all my highlighters, well, the majority of them. There's just a few at the back there and some packaging, which I really need to get rid of that packaging. Let's take it out. Don't need to be keeping that. Right, so I'm just getting rid of the packaging. And then there's just a few there that won't fit in the box. Then we've got kind of my higher end face palettes here. And then at the back we've got some more face palettes. So I've got some here that I've curated myself with Benefit blushes. There's Tanya Burr blushes, like the Balm blushes, and in this one it's Tarte blushes, some Primark highlighters, and some Makeup Revolution highlighters as well. And then we've just got this Catrice Light Up the Stars, which I absolutely adore. I need to pull that soon. So that's what that drawer looks like. Right, so I've recently done a declutter on eyeshadow palette, so it's looking a little bit empty. You'll be able to see it more when we go down to the next drawer. I'm not going to be pulling any eyeshadow palettes, guys, this week. I've already pulled them, and I'm doing 12 days of Christmas. I will show you what I've pulled. I'm not telling you, obviously, the days that I'm going to be using them. So basically, we're going from the 12th to the 24th, and each day I'm going to be using a different eyeshadow palette and doing a different look. So yeah, this is what this drawer looks like now. I've got rid of a lot of Revolution products, and I've given them to, not products, eyeshadow palettes, and I'm giving them to my niece. So it just gives me room to put my Zoeva palettes there, and a few palettes there at the front, and then the rest are Revolution. And then here we've just got a mishmash of everything. I think I'll be doing another declutter in the spring and getting rid of even more. So let me just show you an overview properly. Now we're going to go down to the last final drawer. Can you see, guys, how empty it is? It's because I've done quite a big declutter. In total I got rid of about 28 palettes. So that end of year eyeshadow palette declutter will be coming soon. I think at the very end of the year. I think the first one, the small eyeshadow palette declutter, is going up on the 29th of December, and then the medium and larger eyeshadow palettes will go up on the 30th and the 31st, because I've had to split it because the palettes were taking me a long time. The small eyeshadow palette declutter took over an hour, so if you do go and watch it, I will be so thankful for that. I know that if you can't dedicate that much time to it, that's okay, that's fine, because it is a long video, and yeah, but it did take me that length of time, because I did some swatches on pretty much everything in the small palette category, and then I learnt my lesson, did a few swatches on the medium to large palettes, but didn't do an awful lot, and that was still over an hour as well, so I split it into two. But yeah, guys, this is an overview of my drawers. I hope you've enjoyed this Shop My Stash more than the last one. I'm really sorry that you didn't get to see the insides of them, but I will try better in future. I'm going to try and invest after Christmas in a better tripod. I've had this tripod since I got this SLR, which is probably about 7 years old at this point. And this is why the camera sometimes cuts off, because it's getting older and I just feel like the camera just wants to give up on me, but we're not going to let it do that, and hopefully get to use it until I get my other one fixed. So that's everything. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you back on the tripod, we're going to put everything away, and then we're going to talk about what eyeshadow palettes I've pulled for the next 12 days. So it doesn't seem like I've pulled a lot. basically just everything in that box. I might have forgotten something. If I have, then we'll just go back for it. Right, so foundation. That can go in the acrylics, same with that. Right, so I've done everything there, so I'm just going to put these palettes in the acrylics, and then I'll come back, give you an overview of the everyday makeup drawer, and then I will come back and show you the palettes that we'll be using for the upcoming 12 days. Right, so we've literally only got 2 palettes to put away, so Revolution Radiance, which will go here, and also the Smashbox one will go in there as well. So that's it, simple for that. And this is an overview of the drawer. So really it's only here, these products here, that are going to be getting used. I'm going to stay away from these single eyeshadows, I think, because I pulled palettes out for the upcoming 12 days. So it's all these products here. So they're project pans. I'm going to try and use them as much as I can. And then these are things that I use every single day, so they will definitely get used. And then these products here are new products that I brought in for the upcoming week. So although I'm going to be using palettes for 12 days, I'm still going to be doing a Shop My Stash next week. And then we've got the BB cream there, the Wet n Wild Dewy foundation there, the primer, the glowy product there as well, and then the concealer. So I haven't brought in a great deal, but I brought in enough, I feel like. So yeah guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all the palettes, I'm going to put you back on the tripod, and we're going to go through what I'm going to be using for 12 days of Christmas. How exciting! Right, so let's get into it. So it's in this box here, and there are a lot of palettes in here, but I'm only going to be using 1 palette a day, so just bear that in mind. So we've got the Elf Retro Paradise. I've not used that for a while. I really wanted to bring this one out. Then I've got the 24K Gold Rush. This one just gives me Christmas vibes with all those golds, so I thought we could use that. Then I've got, this one's new, so I wanted to use this one, BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland. It really gives me Christmas vibes with the pine trees, and it's got some really nice shades in it, so I thought we could use that. I especially love this shade. I'm probably going to end up using that shade, to be honest, in one of the looks. I got that in the Black Friday sale for like £8. It was really inexpensive. Right, and then I want to use this one. I want to also use this one. So this one's the Deck of Scarlet collab. So it looks like that, and I definitely want to use this yellow. I might try and do a yellow and bronzy eye. I think that would look really nice. It can't be 12 days of Christmas without bringing this in, can it? I absolutely adore this palette. It's one of the favourites for sure, and if anyone's thinking about buying it, I would highly recommend it. Sorry, the mirror, there's a lot of glare there, sorry about that. But yeah, we're going to be using that. Then I've got some Too Faced ones that they brought out for Christmas, so I wanted to do at least 3 different looks. So first of all, we've got the Too Faced Gingerbread Cookie, and that one's absolutely stunning, so I'm going to be doing a look with this palette. And then we've got the Too Faced Peppermint Mocha, which slightly scares me because of these tones here. I just don't go in for them kind of tones, but I want to challenge myself. So that's going to be one of the days. And then this one as well is very Christmassy with this green. I feel like I'll be using that green in a look when I use this palette. Then I have this one. So this is a new palette as well. It's from Urban Decay, and it's the Stone Vibes palette. Everyone knows what this looks like at this point. It's absolutely beautiful. I feel like this packaging is the prettiest packaging in my collection, and I don't take that lightly because I've got the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, and I always thought that was the prettiest packaging in my collection. And Too Faced do some beautiful packaging as well, don't they? But yeah, for sure, this one is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to do a Christmas look with it. How many more have we got? We've got a few. I brought in a single. I'm going to try and do a Christmas look with a dose of colours in Teal Me More. Guys, just, it is so pretty. I need to do a swatch and show you just how pretty it is. So that's it on my finger there. Look at that. I brought this one in as well, just to really test it out and do a nice Christmas gold and silver eyeshadow look. This one is the Bourjois Smoky Stories 09 Crazy in Love, and this one is really beautiful as well. That gold is absolutely stunning. If I don't like it, I'll declutter it and put it in the bin. I won't give it to anyone just purely because it's an old palette. And then the last one is this one, which will not be a surprise to anyone, just because I absolutely love this palette so much, and I've not had an awful lot of use out of it. So we're definitely going to be doing some kind of Christmas look with this palette. So yeah, this is going to be everything that I use over the 12 days of Christmas eyeshadow looks. I really hope you enjoy that series. I didn't do it last year, but I thought I would do it this year. It's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of commitment from myself, but yeah, I'm willing to put in the effort and put these videos up one a day for 12 days. It just means I might have to put some of my other videos that I've scheduled back, or maybe just put 2 videos a day up. But yeah, I might just put the 2 videos a day up because my other videos are just getting pushed back all the time. So rather than do that, I think I'll just put what's supposed to go up on the day, and then this can be a bonus video. So yeah, I hope you like it when they do finally go up. I'm really looking forward to filming it and seeing what looks I can create. So guys, this includes my Shop My Stash for this week. I'll see you again next week for another Shop My Stash, and by then you will have seen some looks. I'd love to get your feedback on the looks that I create as well. If you're not already subscribed, please click that subscribe button down below. Please click the notifications bell so you get notified when I upload new content. Please like, share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.